I try to think about it that what could be the reason for that turning on your own person to be happening. I think it's this Emil Simbe type of mentality. I think as Black Americans are psychologically forced to be saints. Is, do Black people turn on their own too quickly? And I would like us to discuss this with respect to two groups of Black people. The one is Black Americans, and the other one is Nigerians.
For Black Americans, I feel like, yeah, for sure. I've seen it happen a few times, and I would definitely say yes, they do that, and I find that quite sad. I might be quite racially tuned right now with my response. What I would prefer in the world that I see around me is Black people defending it, not really defending each other. It's like if you can't really say anything logical that is emotionally detached, don't say anything. And if you have to really go extreme on bashing another Black man, regardless of what the case might be, I would say don't say anything. Someone commits a crime, is already being prosecuted and stuff. Like, let the courts decide. You get what I mean? Don't interfere. Don't, because I feel like if you look at like white people, they don't really do that. It happens here and there, but they don't really, like, it's already being managed. You just go on with your life. Don't, you go on all these platforms, you hear, you see things, and it's quite sad. Like, I get it. Maybe he's the most evil demon in the world, but don't add to that. It's already a lot of struggle being a Black person in America or like in the West, and to then do all these things. Yeah, for sure. I'll say, yeah, that is true for Black Americans. And for Nigerians, I mean, we are all Blacks there, right? I feel like it's mostly then it's a rich people and Black people and poor people situation. It's like most people just hate, and it's the same everywhere. Just hate rich people, right? It's like for a rich man just going down, it's like, yeah, fuck you. And I think it's partly true for Black Americans also. It's like, it's Black, but it's also really wealthy. It's so fucking, I don't care.
I see. I mean, but from my own perspective, on the Black American one, I think I've seen what you said, and I agree with you. I think if you cannot be logical, do not say stuff that negatively puts pressure on your society or someone from your community for just the of it, right? Try to be logical. If you find yourself in a situation where your logic is even bringing you to the point of negativity, keep it short. I try to think about it that what could be the reason for that turning on your own person to be happening. I think it's this Emil Simbe type of mentality. I think as Black Americans are psychologically forced to be saints. We are victims, but we're all good people. That kind of stuff. Like there's this big psychological Black people are the good people kind of thing that we have. I think as a community now, that we are the good ones. There's that thing, I think, that I don't know how to describe it.
Self-righteous.
It's also very this is self-righteousness.
Yeah.
It's not that we are good or bad. I'm just saying there's this self-righteousness that we want to show. So when someone is singled out for being potentially bad, you want to distance yourself from that person as much as possible, which then later turns into even potentially piling on that person in a bad way. I think that could be the reason. I'm not sure, but if I have explained it correctly, I think that's where my head is going to as to why that might be the case. It's not right. So basically, when you find, they say that Black man did this stuff. Yeah, we don't do this. That guy, he did that stuff. He's not one of us. That is not one of us kind of mentality. That's where I think the mindset quickly shifts into, and that's why that piling on them is possible.
I think it's definitely true what you said. For me, I don't see, like, now that you mention it, I'm like, yeah, that seems right. But what may I see is what I said earlier about like this whole difference between not so rich and the rich. I see a situation where if you're if you make it so far in life as a Black American, it's sad that maybe a lot of the people are at that point even against you. There's this
Mm-hmm.
passive saying, like, I don't want to say conclusion, or like assumption, that if you
Yeah.
already make it that far, you must be evil, you must
Must
be
have slept with the
white, you
devil.
must be,
Must have
yeah,
sold your soul.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we are
You
not
must have
part of
sold your
that.
soul. You must have.
Yeah,
Yeah. We're not. And I think that's the self-righteous bit. But I
yeah,
actually agree with you that it has largely to do with if it's a successful person or not. Because now I'm thinking about it that if you're not so successful, I've seen scenarios where Black people also forgive horrendous crime just to protect a Black person. For example, that boy or that white boy, because he touched him or bullied him, that took the knife to the track meet, and I forgot the name of that guy. You remember the guy that I'm talking
yeah,
about?
yeah,
It was very
yeah,
recent.
yeah.
And a lot of Black people, Black Americans, actually stood by him. If that guy was a very wealthy rapper or something, they probably wouldn't have stood by him like that.
Yeah.
So I think maybe it's not even a case of it's happening that they turn on everyone, but I think when there's a wealth gap, the potential that they will turn on you quickly is quite high. And it's not necessarily the same for white Americans because they see and experience wealth differently. For Nigeria, on the other hand, I would say I don't even see that wealth one too much because money controls people a lot in Nigeria. I would say more that on the personal level, maybe they don't turn on people too quickly, but they for sure turn on the country itself as an entity.